I was in my my late teens. I started experiencing something I'd never experienced before. I was, I think when a lot of people say that life is what you make it. I think life makes you. The influences on you as a young person when you're growing up. And your mum and dad's influence in teaching you what is right and wrong, what your moral compass is, saying little words of please and thank yous, and the friends, the school you go to, the community you brought up with. And I went to Sunday school, went to chapel, and so all these influences have a huge influence on you growing up. What the exception of norm is to be when you're older. And then all of a sudden, at 19 years of age, I had a girlfriend at the time, and only on the odd occasion I was feeling myself attracted to men, and this was something totally alien. I was taught by my mum and dad, when you get older, you get a girlfriend, you get married, you get kids, you become grandparents, and that's the way the world keeps on going round. And I don't have any issues with my upbringing because it was a brilliant upbringing. And but all of a sudden, here I was starting to think that there was something wrong with me. I was becoming somebody that I was not supposed to be, and that started kicking in mental health issues. It led me then to become bulimic, where I would eat my food, comfort eating, to deal with the mental health issues, being scared of people finding out. And when on the odd experience, when I would experience something with another man, which wasn't very often at the time, I'd wash myself in the shower afterwards to get rid of this, what I thought was this dirt on me, until I would cut myself until I bled, and so with these mental health issues, the comfort eating, I put a lot of weight on, and then I became bulimic. I'd eat my food 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day sometimes, and just make myself ill afterwards and getting it all up, and then lost a lot of weight, went to the gym, wanted to put some weight on to have what was perceived to be the perfect image body, and I started using steroids, and I got hooked on steroids. And then when I was about 25 years of age, not wanting to be this person, I'd read somewhere that you could get chemically castrated, and if you got chemically castrated, it would get rid of any sexual urges you had. And I went to the doctor and I said, look, I think I'm gay and I don't want to be gay, and I want to be chemically castrated. And the doctor said, well, look, it doesn't work like that. And I left there in the worst state that I got in there, nobody to speak to. Things were very different 23 years ago than they are now. And I thought, right, there's only one way out, and I can't have people finding out how people are going to accept me. What do my mum and dad say? Well, what do my friends and family say if they found out that I'm different to them, that I'm gay, and I didn't want to be this person. And yeah, I did something one night that I will regret for the rest of my life. Something I have to live with for the rest of my life. When I left that note from my mum and dad and said I couldn't carry on my life anymore, and if I hadn't been found by the people looking for me in the police helicopter and taken to West Wales General Hospital, where I spent a couple of days in intensive care and sort of rest week or so in hospital, and the doctor said to me, look, you're a very, very lucky young man. It'd been another 20 minutes and it would have been too late to save you. We live in this social media world where everything's at your fingertips. Sometimes people still don't know where to turn to, where to go, and just a simple little sign, saying, look, if you want to talk, we're here to listen, like the Samaritans do, can help so many people in just that moment of knowing, okay, I can go here and ask for help, or I can speak to somebody here to see where I can get help. And I think that I think is hugely important, and educating as well. I think, particularly in young children, in educating them that, that it's okay not to be okay, and educating adults and parents and stuff as well. If your kid is feeling down, then you need to ask him, hey, what's troubling you? Because in the past it's been, grow up, you will get on with it, and sometimes no, that's not the way, and everybody reacts differently, and sometimes people need to be encouraged, other times people need an arm around them, other people may be a bit of a firm talking to, sort of, to move on to the next stage, and everybody's different. But I think it's in realizing, that everybody sometimes, we all sometimes in our life are going to need a bit of help with something, always, I think. And people think that mental health issues and depression and stuff like this, it doesn't prejudice, it can affect everybody. And anybody, and even the people you least think it may affect. People may think that my life is brilliant, you referee World Cup final, you've got a lovely lifestyle, great family, you're travelling all over refereeing all over the world, and I know there's still things that get me down. I live on my own. My mum passed away 10 years ago. My dad is now 83, and I haven't got any kids or, a partner and kids and stuff like that. And sometimes I get worried sometimes about becoming old and on my own, when I go to bed at night and thinking, I'm on my own here, and that sometimes get me down now, even still after I've been through. But what I have learned is to then to talk about it with somebody, and then you will see, like, yeah, you're at your own at the moment, but that not may be the case forever.